We'd agreed to replace the front door. To be honest, I wasn't that keen. Sarah was always saying it was freezing in the hall, but we'd got this hefty old wooden door, and some of these new doors feel a bit light to me. I didn't mind changing if we could have had something with a bit of weight to it.
The hall was absolutely freezing. I used to dread answering the phone. You could see the draft under the door lifting the doormat. The gallery guy showed us these gallery composite doors. They're more substantial than PVC U-panel doors, so they feel heftier. Quality, you know. Makes you feel safer too.
Turns out that not all composite doors are made the same though. Most of them don't come with a 10-year guarantee for starters.
We were impressed with the warranty. It's guaranteed for 10 years. Makes you feel like they've got some confidence in their products.
These gallery doors have steel strengtheners inserted into all the structural members. They screw extra reinforcing through the frame into the steel stiffener they've already put in. Then they weld all the corners, so it's effectively one solid piece.
I really like the raised panels. They look like an expensive wooden door, and they feel like it too. They're really solid, and they're a lot thicker than some of those other composite doors.
This high density foam gets injected under pressure. It makes it all even more rigid and keeps the heat where it belongs.
We thought it looked good in theory, so we got to wondering if that's really how they're made.
It's pretty interesting to see what actually happens in the factory. Here's the main outer frame being cut to size. Now, it really surprised me that each door's made to measure, actually built up to our sizes.
Some friends of ours had a new door and the installer spent half the day cutting it to size. I like the fact that these gallery doors are made to measure. It means you know they're going to fit properly first time.
There's the holes being cut for the locks. That's the reinforcement going in. They use steel, not wood, so it's stronger and it won't rot or warp.
I'm glad it's steel and not wood. I try to do my bit for the environment. I think the amount of non-managed wood still being used is a scandal. At least we're not adding to that burden with our new door.
They're putting in more reinforcement here. They're screwing through into the metal that they've already put inside. It's a lot stronger that way. Now this machine welds the whole thing together. The mounting holds it dead square. They set it up individually for every door.
It really is made to measure. They use lots of technology, but I think it's reassuring to see a human touch in there to check everything's right. One of the things I noticed on some of the other doors we looked at was that the edges didn't look finished off properly. The gallery sample was a proper job, nicely finished.
Apparently, the amount of adhesive is critical, and that's why there's a computer-controlled machine to apply it. A black door. Now that's class.
We could have had a coloured finish on the inside too, but I chose the white because it lets me change the decor in the hall if I want.
This is the foam insulation. It goes in under high pressure and keeps the heat in. No more freezing in the hall. Makes the door even more rigid too. Once it sets, the whole thing's rock solid.
I like things finished by hand. It means somebody cares about it.
Surprised me that they cut the holes for the glass and the letterbox afterwards. I'd have thought they'd make it with them already in, but makes sense though when you think about it. There were all those different options and they're built to your choices.
Oh right, now I get what they meant by dual rebate. It's that lip on the inside. It means the door's double sealed. I couldn't visualise it when they told us. Human touch again. The glass was made up to our spec, and then it's individually examined before it goes in. That's the glass we picked. It looks great. It took us ages to choose the one we like best. It's dual sealed into the frame.
You wouldn't get past these locks too easily. It's police specification 8-point locking. I'm glad we went for the extra secured by design option too. The doors come with anti-lift hinges and hook bolts as standard, but secured by design adds extra locking bolts on the hinge side and even higher security locks.
Looks good with the letterbox on. On its way then, looking forward to seeing it in the flesh.
The first thing I noticed was that it was all packaged up, so there weren't going to be any scratches and scuffs on it. They got straight to work on removing the old door and the surround, and it's amazing how quickly and cleanly it all came out. You've got to be impressed with the way everything seemed to fit. I suppose that's the benefit of having it all made to measure before it even gets to the house. They actually put the door in already mounted into its frame. Even Sarah couldn't complain about the way they tidied up after themselves. They even polished the door handle.
Can you get the door?
Get the door? No problem.